it just bothered me, because, like, I didn't see how I was being racist. Like, I just referred to him by his skin color because I knew absolutely nothing else about him. Like as I said, that short kid over there. Like, that was a very broad term. But, like, our school didn't have that many different people with different skin colors there. So, like, I referred to him using his skin color because, like if I say, like if there's a bunch of brown dogs and one black dog, like, well, maybe not that, but, like, say there's a bunch of brown dogs, and there's, like, I'm trying not to use colors as representation because it's, like, the same thing, pretty much. It's like, say there's a bunch of, like, golden retrievers, and there's a dachshund in there. The dachshund bites me if I say, like, like, I'm gonna say the dachshund. But then people, like, basically if I said the dachshund, people would call me racist. That's, like, what I see as sort of like an equivalent to this. I know it's a weird thing and it's insensitive, but, like, if I have no other way to describe them besides their skin color, I'm gonna use their skin color. Like, I'm not gonna, like, call them racist slurs. I'm just gonna say, like, a black-skinned companion, a brown-skinned companion, a possibly Asian companion. Like, I'm gonna use stuff like that, 'cause, like, I honestly don't know how to describe, like, Iris. Like, I saying it's pretty interesting to have Iris, like, Ash having a brown-skinned companion, because there aren't that many. Well, up to then, he hasn't had any, like, brown-skinned companions. Like, Brock is presumed to be Asian due to, like, the way that he looks. I mean, you understand what I mean, right? Like, I'm not trying to be racist or anything like that. But, like, basically, there was Brock, who was presumed to be Asian, then all the other companions up till then, including Silent, were Caucasian, presumably. And, I found it interesting that they had a brown-skinned companion, because, like, it just hasn't happened before. Like, if you see a bunch of brown dogs and maybe a white dog for a long time, and then you see a blue dog, like, it's gonna be like, wow, that's pretty interesting. It's interesting due to it being different for Ash's companionships. Now, as I was talking about, I do not support the ship because Iris just doesn't seem to, like, have any strong connections to Ash. Like, there's no emotion in the ending. There was no, like, there's nothing really, like, there's nothing that really triggers, like, oh, they like each other. While with Ash, like, the tension that he has with Misty sort of sets it off. Then May, like, it's the same thing with Iris. Like, I don't see it as much, but May and Ash have similar personalities. Like, well, like, like with May, there is it feels like there's some connection between Ash and her. Well, with Iris, it doesn't seem like there's that big of a connection. But I can see it happening, but I don't see it likely. That's why I said 30%. May I don't see happening either. Well, I don't see it completely, but I see it happening short term. That's why I said 60%. Misty, I definitely see. That's why I put it at 85. Let's go to Serena. Like, Serena, I support 95%. Now, Amore shipping is my favorite ship because, like, it's the closest to canon. Like, they have a bunch of scenes where, like, Serena is made out to like Ash. And it's clear that she does. And, like, they tease the audience with that. Like, in one of the newer XYZ episodes, Ash had a fever. And what ended up happening was he got all, like, he was feeling drowsy and Serena caught him and he's like, now's our chance. It's like, what? And it was made out to be like, he was gonna say, I love you, Serena. But, like, he was like, Iron Tail Pikachu. And like, the screen had a whole pink filter and everything on it, and it's just like, they know that it's gonna, they know that it's likely. Like, I feel like they're trying to make it happen. Unlike with other ones like May or Iris. Now, Dawn I don't know that much about, because, like, I've only seen Rise of Darkrai. Now, like, Diamond and Pearl I haven't really had an incentive to watch. Because, like, with the first season, it was big when it came on Netflix. Like, I was like, that's when I was starting to get on. That's like when I was starting to get into Pokemon again. It's like, oh hey, it's back on. That's very convenient. I'm gonna watch the series. So I did. Then, like, I started watching Orange Island. Then, like, I was like, one Omega Ruby, and now Sapphire came out. It's like, ooh, hey, maybe I should watch the Pokemon Advance series. So I did. Then, like, when I found out that Pokemon Black and White was going to be removed and replaced with X and Y, I was like, hey, I should probably start watching this series before it's gone. And so I started watching, and I didn't get into it, but the night before it was removed, I watched the last episode. I watched, like, probably around 30 episodes of that series. Wait, did I say 30? I meant 13. 13. Okay, glad I caught myself on that. Like, I did not enjoy that series as much. Like, the animation style, and just the pilot, it just, like, turned me away. Like, it was like, so, like, Pikachu loses to a level 5 Snivy because he doesn't have electric powers. He has more than electric type moves. And I just didn't like that, and, like, didn't seem like he retained anything from the past seasons. Like, with Johto, it seemed like he was going on a continuation of his journey. He knew what was going on, kind of. He was becoming a better Pokemon trainer. In Hoenn, he was sort of like a teacher to May, out of what I saw. Then, like, with Serena, in X and Y, like, Ash is an amazing trainer. Like, he's awesome. Like, he's an awesome fighter. Like, he's actually training all the time. And it really pissed me off. Spoilers. But, like, it really, really pisses me off that he lost to Elaine on the last battle. Like, he was in the final 2. Like, they were building up to it. There was a slight disadvantage for Elaine. And, like, his breaker and ninja, and he's like, yeah, I really wanted him to win that league. Like, it's been so long since he's won a league. Like, he won the Orange League, he won Battle Frontier, I think. Like, I really wanted him to win. Like, but, like, XYZ is, well, like, the XY series is my favorite Pokemon series. Part of it's because, like, I don't know what's gonna happen next. Like with the original Pokemon series, I had a basic idea of how it's gonna end. Like, Ash is gonna lose. It's a meme on the internet. Like, oh, he's gonna lose. And then he's just like, hey, that's like, I don't get me wrong, I really love that series. I love Indigo League and Orange Islands. But like, I like like the XY series more because like, it seems more like deep. Like, the first season's like, oh, I'm gonna be a Pokemon trainer. I'm gonna battle. Like, he's just like he's really good. Like, he's really good. Well, I wouldn't say really good. Like, it's a really good series. Like the first one. Like, he's really good. Like I'm having a brain. Okay, so I got my brain fart out of the way. So like, I prefer the XYZ series because it's deeper and it shows more meaning to it. Like, Ash trains more. There's more like connection with Serena. There's like love interest. There's side story. There's like with the first season, there's a lot of side story, but like it just doesn't really add to the plot at all, or really that much in general. Like, yeah, but like XYZ is guilty of the same thing. But like, I enjoy them more, like the side story, like with the whole showdown at the Ninja Village, which is XYZ. Like, that was really cool. Like, oh no, like I don't really remember it. I just remember that I enjoyed it. Like the whole Frogadier and Greninja thing. Just like, oh, there's this whole secret place of ninjas, and like they took something. It's like, oh yes, that's awesome. But like with okay, so like I enjoyed like the filler episodes more in XYZ because like it just seems more interesting. But like with the original series, like it didn't really make me feel like, oh, this is gonna mean something later on. This is gonna like be something that they learn from. Like it doesn't support really much of the plot in general besides like, hey, Ash is a good person. But like with XYZ, it's like, oh, Ash likes Serena. Serena's willing to help Ash, like in the Fever episode. Ash is willing to do anything for his Pokemon, or like Serena's like having a really big change, like when it entered the showcase and she ended up losing and cutting off all her hair, well, like cutting it really short. Like, it just seems more iconic. It's like, part of it's because the animation style, and more stuff. But with with XYZ, when there's just something happening, like there's just so much going on in the background. Like, they have the whole beautiful sunsets, and I'm it's just really appealing to me. XYZ, well, XY in general. Like, I know, like, it's one of my main conflictions with a lot of opinion stuff. Like, I know it's not the best, it's my favorite, though. Like, with Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword is my favorite, but Ocarina of Time is probably the best. Rocky 2 is my favorite. Rocky is probably the best. But like, I support XYZ shipping, like Amore shipping, the most. Well, that's it. It's gonna be a two-part video. So yeah.